scrappy friends, it's Kim Sparks back from Making Creative Memories in Time, and it's here, it's in my hot little hands. I had been expecting this yesterday. Advisor Vote Box. Do you know what's inside? Do you know what's inside? I am getting ready to share with you what is inside. Oh, I shouldn't have cut that. I should have peeled it off. At least taken a picture of it. Oh, well. Oh, well. The excitement just runs amok. Would you look at this, friends? Would you look at it? Let's get out what we need to get out. And we'll move this box. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited that when I dropped this, my phone changed just a little. So this is an opportunity. It does not mean it has been released into the Creative Memories core product tools yet. This is an opportunity. So I want to hear your feedback so that when I complete my survey, I can include your feedback. So this is a die cut and embossing machine. And inside this box, we get one cutting base plate, a 5mm, one 3mm embossing base plate, and one 3mm universal top plate. And we get Happy Memories metal dies, a 10-pack, okay? It says, can be used with other metal dies and embossing folders less than 3 1/4 inches wide. Oh, friends, you don't even know. And then on the back, how to stack your plates or your sandwiches, as those of us in the die cutting world refer to it as our sandwich. So it shows you your base cutting plate, paper, your metal die, your top plate. That gives you your cutting sandwich. And it would be the same for these larger 12-inch dies, and we'll look at them in a minute. And then for the embossing plate, you get the embossing base plate, embossing folder, paper, well, obviously use your own paper, and then your top plate, and that's your sandwich, okay? So, oh, friends, so excited. Okay, I am happily pleased with the size of these dies. We'll look at that in a minute, okay? We will look at that in a minute. Oh, friends, would you look at that cutie patootie? Your girl might just be in love. I don't want to break my styrofoam. Super lightweight. Super lightweight. I was thinking I saw on here somewhere that this is like somewhere I saw it's like 2.5 pounds. So you have these awesome little suction cup plates. You have these little feet that will protect it and not let it go all the way down, so it stops it where it needs to be. You have a crank. I love this. Oh man, when you put the suction down, look at this. I love it. I love it. So now let's open these plates and take a look at them. So let's open our 6-inch plates. Oh, you don't even know how excited your girl is to get these. Okay, so they come with this little protective covering on each side. So this one tells me that it is the universal top plate, and there is a protective covering on each side, and that just keeps the polycarbonate from scratching in transit. And then next is embossing base plate. all of my fingernails started breaking and I had to cut them and they're so short now. And then this one should be the cutting base plate. So I love that they're already marked so that you know what they're for. I love it. So I always said that if my Big Shot broke, I would go immediately and get another one. Oh, I may change my mind now, friends. Like, it may be this little guy. This may be my new love. So these are, I believe it said 10. Yep, 10 metal dies. May as well just tear that. They're going to end up on a magnetic sheet anyway, because I love having the magnetic sheets, and you can buy them from Amazon. These are attached with a little glue dot. So you have the word happy, you have the word smile, you have the word memories, you have 2 different size hearts, you have a camera, you have the shutter fly, 2 or 3 different, this is like just the camera shutter, a different shutter, and then a larger shutter. I love it. So let's move this, and I'm going to grab some paper, because you know we're going to have to play with this, friends. So, oh, I'm going to have to trim that down just a smidge. Surely I got it. There we go. There's a smaller piece. And let's just, because we're going to have to play with this, okay? So we're going to do our cutting base plate. So we're going to cut the word happy. So leave comments, friends. I want to know what you think about this. Now, I am going to pull these glue dots off, because if I don't get these glue dots off, then it's going to be a mess when I try to make my sandwich, cut, and then take the sandwich apart. So I'm just using what I have left of my fingernails. I can tell that the weather is changing, because my nails just in one day got so brittle and started breaking horribly. So it's going to be your cutting plate. Then it's going to be your paper. And then it's going to be your die cut. And then it's going to be your universal top plate. Now, when I cut into this, there's going to be marks. This bottom cutting plate is going to get scarred up a little bit, and that's okay. So when I put this together, nothing is going up at the top, because your sandwich needs to pinch and your roller needs to be able to grab that. Oh, look here. No effort, friends. Now that it's hitting the die, I'm going to have to put a little more effort, but it cranks so smoothly. Okay, here's the test. Oh, would you look at how pretty? Okay, now we have this little tool. You don't even, I think I'm as excited about this tool as I am about the die cut system. Can you tell I'm excited? We need to move this plastic. Can you tell I'm excited, friends? I am excited. Let's get this open. So this little tool is, oh, I love, so this is a wedge, and it's really soft. And then you have like a little stylus, and it has a little fine ball. So I'm going to use this to peel that up. The word happy, I am in love with that. And then we're going to just get these off. You always want to make sure that your extra that sticks comes off. And you see how that scarred up that plate? But that's okay. It's a cutting base plate. It's going to get scarred up. And if this comes into our line, you will be able to order those separately. I love it. And the type of dies and embossing folders that are in the Advisor Vote Box, those are just for the Advisor Vote Box. So if this comes into our line, there will be different dies and different folders. So vote. Tell me, yes, you want this. No, you do not. I love that. And you do know, like if you want something to look a little thicker on your page, you cut out multiples, 3 or 5, and you use your Barely Arts glue to glue them together, and it makes it look like it's popped up. It makes it look thicker, like it's a foam word. I love it. Okay, so 10 out of 10 on the die cut with the 6-inch dies. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, friends. I love it. Okay, so next up, let's move these. I love it. Now let's move these and let's open up this 12-inch. See what's in this box. Make sure I got all my goodies out. So I have a 12-inch die, which is a shutter die, and I love this because obviously you see flowers right off the bat, right? When you think about the 12-inch die, you see flowers right off the bat, and this is glued down as well with glue dots. So you're getting my reaction as I open this, because I'm going to go ahead and get these glue dots removed. I wanted you to see my real-time reaction. I wish Facebook was not deleting live videos, because I'd really love to be live with you. I would love to see you guys hitting the hearts. I would love to be reading your comments live. But Facebook is deleting videos after 30 days, and my brain, I just don't have the brain power right now to know to go download it on my laptop. Okay, so let's open these. These are our 12-inch plates, and we'll have the same thing. We'll have a top plate, we'll have a bottom plate, and we will have an embossing. So same thing, we're going to peel this off. So this one tells me this is the cutting base plate, and if this does come into our line, and yours looks like this when it comes, which I'm sure it will, I think I'm probably going to need to zoom out a little bit for this one. And if you see me in my pajamas, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, this one is the universal top plate. I hope all of you are commenting yes. If you are an advisor and you were able to get the vote box, tell me, has yours shown up yet? Have you had a chance to play yet? And then this one should be our embossing base plate. Okay, so we're going to do the die cut first. Friends, we are going to do the die cut first. I'm looking for a scrap piece of paper that could be 12 inches long, because I was so excited I didn't even think about this. So let's pull out our paper trimmer. I was not even thinking about getting ready for this, friends. Was not. So I'm going to let this be 3 inches. Okay, so we're going to start with our cutting base plate. We're going to build our sandwich and then our paper, and then we are going to do our 12-inch die. Okay, and if I let it go, now Noreen showed when she did the webinar for us advisors to let it go a little bit at an angle, and I can see now why she did that. This is a 12-inch piece of paper, and there's going to be a little bit cut off. So if you do it at a diagonal, you're not going to have any cut off. But Noreen also did it as at a diagonal so that there was this place that would grip. Universal top plate, so that we had that sandwich. Okay. See, now here's what I like about the Big Shot. The Big Shot has a magnetic base. So I do know that regardless if this comes into our tool line or not, we will be getting, I think they're going to call it place tape, and it's a low-tack tape like the mint tape that I use. And so, but until that comes, I'm just going to use my mint tape, okay? and that will hold it in place. Mint tape is just a low-tack tape. And it's important that your pieces line up and that none of your die overhangs. If you have some die that overhangs when it goes through the crank, guess what's going to happen to that die? You're going to bend it or possibly break it. So you don't want to have any overhang. Okay, here we go, friends. Oh, I love it. You don't have to put a lot of energy into the crank. I love it. The tension is perfect. I love this. I love this. And now that we're selling inks, you could totally ink this up. Look at that. Would that not be the cutest little floral border? And then you just use your little tool that you got with it to punch out those little extra pieces. Oh, I love this, friends. You can bend these up and give a little bit of dimension. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Yes, please vote yes. Please tell me yes. We want this in our product line. Please tell me yes. I love it. Okay, now remember, we always want to clear away. And I'm just going to push this. I'm just going to push this off to the side. You always want to clear those away because it will, if you don't clear your cutting plate, that will impact your cuts. Okay? Just sort of taking my time here. There we go. I love it. Okay, so that's the cutting, the die, and the, that is the die, the 12-inch die. So now we're going to look at our stencils. And I'm going to need 2 more 12-inch pieces of paper because we have 2 stencils. And we're going to play with both of them, friends. And you want to get your extra pieces off the top too. So one is a camera. And you've got an embossed and a debossed side. And then one is the shutter. I love it. I love it. So let me find 2 more pieces of 12-inch scrap paper. So here is a piece of 12-inch, and I'm going to put that at 3 inches, and then we'll go ahead and find another one. Surely I have one more. I have a drawer of scrap paper over here, an absolute drawer. Here is one more, friends, at 3 inches. Now, one of these pieces of paper is the bright white cardstock, and one is our normal white cardstock, okay? I'm not expecting there to be any difference. All right, so I'm going to do the embossing base plate, which is thinner. Let's point that out. So, this one is the cutting plate, which is thicker, okay? The embossing plate is thinner, and the reason it's thinner is you have to make up the difference or accommodate the difference of the embossing folder and this is going to emboss a true 12-inch, okay? So you're going to grab your embossing plate, base plate, your embossing folder, and you're going to pull in your universal top plate. Make your sandwich. Now this one, I can tell you, is going to be a little harder to go through because of the thickness. You just have to get that initial roll going. And I'm going to show you, I'm not putting a super large amount of pressure. Oh, friends. Woohoo! I love it. I want all of it. And I'm using white, so it may be hard to see. And let me point out that the camera, wherever my dies are, this camera die fits this embossed perfectly. Just FYI. We'll put some ink over that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. I love it. Please vote yes. Please vote yes. Okay, and then this is just the shader. And I'm going to pull in some ink to go over this and show you guys so you can see it really good. So one side is your embossed and one side is your debossed. And we're going to go back to our base plate. And we are going to put on our universal top plate. And we are going to roll. Again, you may hear a little crack, and that's okay. That's just your plates. Oh, I see what I did there. One of my plates. So this is not going to be embossed at the bottom because it shifted right here. That was user error. It shifted. So that is not going to be embossed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just flip that around, and I'm only going to crank in so far. I didn't open my folder at all. I didn't move my paper, but when I started the rolling process, one of the plates shifted. So we're just going to go in so far and then crank back out because my plate shifted, and that was on me. Would you look at that, friends? This is your embossed side, and this is your debossed side, and you can use whichever you like. With this particular design, you could use whichever you like, but we're going to pull in some ink and look at these. So what do you think? I'm going to put this little guy away. So I love it. And if this does come into our line, you know we will get storage. You know that we don't get any kind of tools without storage. But something that Noreen shared with us advisors is whenever we had the promo last month, and you could get the collapsible bags, the smallest of the collapsible bags holds everything so far. Everything. Now see, I keep wiping these because I don't want those little pieces. And then your dies will fit in there too. I'm not going to put them in right now. I'll come back and do that. Oh, I love it. I love it, friends. So now we're going to ink. Okay? We're going to ink. And then you just pick it up by this, or you pick it up by this. Very lightweight. I love it. So let's move these, and we're going to ink. Let's pull out our mat. Oh, friends. I want this to show up, so I'm going to pull my Lilac Posies. Circular motion, prime that brush. Whoops, you can tell I'm excited. Prime that brush, and then circular motion. Pat off, circular motion. And I want to show you, I am literally going from side to side on this. But when it's embossed, it sort of picks up that embossed area. You see that, friends? Isn't that pretty? And then, now let's look at what the debossed side looks like inked. Just so you can see, you can use either side if you want to ink. So there's what the debossed side looks like. I love it because this debosses on this side and it embosses on that side. I love it. Love it. Yes, I do. I love it. So now let's do our Please vote yes. Please vote yes. And as we get more inks introduced, think about doing this like in a gradient or like a rainbow pattern. And then let's come in and show how you could really get deep. You could really get deep. And then you could go gradient just with keeping it monotone. I just want to blend that a little better. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm in love. And now let's come down here and do this end. Please vote yes. Please comment and say, cast a vote for me. And the answer is yes. Just to give you an idea of what the deboss looks like, because I chose white paper. Beautiful, friends. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So, there you have it. There is the Advisor Vote Box. Vote Box 3 or 4. I don't remember what that said. I've already moved it. I think it's the last Advisor Vote Box for this year. And if you want my opinion, it's the best. So, let me tell you what I think I know, because I was so excited during Noreen's webinar. I think the machine, and these are US prices, I think the embossing machine and whatever dies and embossing folder comes with it. Remember, this one was specifically for advisors. Whatever comes with that one will be price point around $130 to $140, and it will be the plates that you need, the 6-inch and the 12-inch, whatever dies and embossing folders come, and the machine. And I am going to tell you, and this is made overseas, so part of that price is going to include a tariff, okay? This is well worth it. I'm wanting to think my Big Shot, like if I tried to replace my Big Shot right now, it would probably be $179, $199. And up until I got this little guy in my hand, my Big Shot broke today. I would buy another one today. So, these are definitely worth. And then you get this awesome little tool, too. I love this. This is like a silicone. And then this is like a little stylus. You could actually even like emboss, but that's so small, I'd be afraid it would tear your paper. But I love it. I love it. So, is it a yes for you? Is it a no for you? Please leave an answer, and a vote, not an answer, but a vote, and let me know. And you can rest assured, if it does come into our product line, we will have storage pieces that will come out, maybe not at the same time this comes out, but we will have storage pieces to make it easy for travel. But I mean, it's light-handed, friends. You can carry it so easy in one hand, so easy. That's it, friends. Please tell me you're as excited as I am. Oh, it feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas in making memories in Time's Scrapbook Studio tonight. I'm so happy. Until next time, happy scrapping.